Hey guys, today we're going to talk about we're on iRacing with our NASCAR late model stock. The paint scheme is obviously the same number 47 tough tested super late model Castiganis' paint scheme, but this is we're so an engine less about engine idling. So how to tell if it's idling? It's not. So see how it's in this zone right now. It's idling right now. The engine's idling. But we're going to show you what. So right now it's idling. Count 10 seconds. Rev it up. That's really neutral. It's in reverse. Cause I'm trying to get out of it. I'm stuck in the wall. It's just glitching because this is an old computer. Now it's not glitching good. Good. Just idling. So it's 10 seconds. It's idling. Okay. But now we're going to kill the engine and show you when it's not idling. I'm flooring the gas really hard, and it's in the red zone right now. The engine will probably see now it's. Oh, I thought okay. I really don't want to kill the engine. I want to keep the engine living, but at the same time, this is just in iRacing, and you can always reset the car and fix it, so we're good. Alright, we might not be able to show what happened. So when it's not idling, let me get my notebook. Alright. So, let me unplug my phone for a second. So, let me see. This is all my racing secrets. I cannot tell you them. But this is just a lesson about if it's idling or not. This is not a secret. Everybody knows this who races. So here this is the engine. As we showed you, see right now it's idling. It's in the line for 10 seconds. Okay, we counted 10 seconds already. It's in the line. But if it's not idling, in NASCAR heat, it's not idled before. This is when, if you kill the engine by like being in the high RPMs too much, it starts smoking, then the engine's not idling. Which, you want to get a good read if it's idling or not. So what it means by reading is actually, you want to get a good reading, like, you know, that computer technology, they hook up, okay, they put some clamps on the engine somewhere, and they hook it up. To get a reading, you just like rev a little bit. Obviously, you know if it's idling or not, but like it just shows what percentage the engine is at, and not battery percentage. No, this isn't it says a gas part. So how much so when you have too many miles on a racing engine, which you should not have that, it's not as fast, really, because it's been used. Technically, racing engines in the NASCAR local series are used for about the whole race season, the whole or half of the race season, probably half of the race season, then sent back to the builder. Mostly, 28 races is what the max that NASCAR grassroots teams keep on. Like, you know, like if you're racing NASCAR Whelen All American Series, or now called the Advanced Auto Parts All American Weekly Series, or Advanced Auto Parts NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series. Whatever you race NASCAR asphalt late models, NASCAR SK modifieds, dirt late models. That's the dirt division. They have a dirt division. They have dirt and asphalt in the NASCAR Weekly Series, or NASCAR All American Series, All American Series / whatever Weekly Series, whatever you want to call it. It's just basically, or you know, the NASCAR Wheel All American Series right here. Informal show I'm current proud show shortness stuck show I'm current proud shortness of talk show current proud show current proud. Okay. This is all my racing secrets. Like this, but some of these things are not secrets. This is one of them. This is not a secret. I will never reveal the secrets. This is not a secret. Everybody knows. Anyways, but if it's not idling, Okay, so we're gonna show you if it's idling. If it's idling, that's good. In soccer racing, you gotta really get that reading. You do at your house. You do when you're in the well. You do if you're at like the race shop, which is basically you idle the engine at the race shop. This is for the NASCAR grassroots. This is only we only do technical stuff for the NASCAR like local series, not the national. Because like the national series, I mean, you want to know more about the local series. That's what I'm sure. But you hook it up. I don't know what the here technologies calls they use called. They have well, I mean they have engines on a dyno. Dynos are different. Dynos are really expensive. Wait, hold on a minute. I don't know if they're that expensive though. I never bought a dyno. But engine dynos are expensive, but dynos like to put in your race shop like it's basically called a rolling road. The dyno that is hold on, let me downshift this. Because it's just sitting there. There we go. Or upshift. Upshift. It just here. Pit. There we go. Anyways. Here's my paint scheme, by the way. Number 47, Castiganis, tough tested. That's my paint scheme. And this is the real weight paint scheme. The Castiganis 47, tough tested, late model. Tell me what you think. Here's the two side by side. We got the Castiganis number 47 Chevrolet Impala SS 2018 NASCAR American Series. Tough tested NASCAR Super Late Model, and then here's the one of me iRacing. Comment what you think. This is a NASCAR Late Model. This is a NASCAR Super Late Model. So obviously I was being cheap, and I did not want to pay the price of $12 to buy another because I'm saving. Exactly, this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm saving for a race car. Well, it's supposed to a NASCAR Late Model. So I'm trying not to spend any of the money that I'm saving, and it'll take a while to save it. Anyways. But, so if it's not idling, I gotta get to the point. So, if it's not idling, okay. After like, if it's less, so it might be less than 10 seconds, maybe 5 seconds. So, it was right here, right? When you turn on the race engine, okay. And it goes back to 0. And the engine shuts off automatically. That might not be a good sign. Probably that's when you kill the engine. It's dead. But sometimes when you wreck and your engine's like at 60%, sometimes either so it's like an engine should not be lower than 100%. Neither should be the radiator. More like I'd say 90%'s good. Nothing lower than 90% or it'll smoke. Because I know in NASCAR heat that happened. It was like 80 some percent. With the radiator 80 some, it was in the yellow. When it's in the red, it's like when it's in the red zone, it's less than 70. Let's see, I don't know, I haven't played in a while. I'd say when it's in the red zone, it's like a 50% or less. Or 60 and less. But if you killed your engine, it's not gonna work. But if it's not kill, if you didn't kill your engine, it's not like 60%, then it probably will. You'll be able to race it, but then it's gonna overheat. Yeah, I'm coming. Hold on. Yeah, I'm coming. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. It's just idling the engine. This method and it's even for well, this is for a race car. For a street car, it's just for idling anything. If you have a street car, a race car, mostly a race car, I'd say. I don't know if this would like. I backed up my dad's street car once, and oh my goodness, I'm used to this iRacing, where when you put on reverse, it's not supposed to propel backwards. But if you have a manual, it just starts like turn the wheels when I put it in. I don't know, manual transmissions. I'm like race cars. I'm glad we don't have manual transmissions, but like stock cars. When I'm talking about race cars, I'm talking about stock car and dirt track cars. But I'm like, you know, so people ask. So that's another reason why I want to get a racing license before street legal driver's license. Because well, I'm obviously want to get a racing license first, stock racing license, so I can race late models and legend cars in the NASCAR Wheel American Series. Then, yeah, but like I'm like what 14 and like some people, some people ask me like in my family, hey, are you gonna get street legal drive like driver's training? I'm like, um, I'm not focused on that right. I'm not focused on getting a street legal driver's license at all. I'm focusing on getting a stock racing license first, a legend car license first, and then a NASCAR late model stock license or a NASCAR Wheel American Series license, racing license. That's what I'm focusing on getting on first, not any other license. There we go. Um, plus a racing license. Racing license. It's not the same as street legal driver's license. You don't take any tests for racing license, stock racing license. You go to your local NASCAR track. No matter, it just has to be NASCAR sanctioned track. So whether it's the NASCAR Roots track, like the NASCAR Wheel American Series, you can renew your NASCAR Roots license there. Or if it's a national track, you can even renew your NASCAR Roots license there. Like say if they have a K&N Series, like you cannot get a Mexico Series license in the United States, which is weird. They only have the like online. They have the top three National Series license, and they have the NASCAR Local Series license. Um, on the NASCAR license list, like it's on the side column in black, and then the writings in white. And it says one of the options is NASCAR All American or NASCAR Weekly Series or NASCAR All American. All American says something like that. That's for NASCAR home track license. You just have to fill out like age. There's a lot of stuff. It's like 3 pages long. It's not that bad. If you know off the top of your head, go out and fill it out. But I'm you just apply for online. Not sure if one thing I'm not sure if it was you have to have a car. I know you have car. Duh. Obviously, you have to have a race car, of course. You fill out your number also. Your number, race car owner. I recommend you getting all your supplies you need to race before you get a racing license, so that way you can so that way you're because if you get the race license first, but then the deal doesn't work out, well, you can either buy a so how stock racing works. You either buy it new from like what a race car dealer, which it's not like street car dealerships. It's kind of like that, but it's like race cars. Like what they have local ones, like small business ones. Then you can make it yourself just by the chassis, rolling cage, body, etc. Then there's oh shoot, how much? Then there's the show. That's one where the shoot stranger and the contract won't Jimmy next structure. Shoot next structure in the garage. Which one's stock racing? Um, that basically that stuff. Yeah. Okay, we're saying when you get a race, when you make a race, then you can buy it used from RacingJunk.com. I don't know if that's the safest way. I never used it. Sure. But you do like I never used it, but I know how it works. So you there's like different like people list up like their old racing equipment. It's always used. It's never new. It's sometimes new, but like new equipment. It's always used. When you buy it used, you usually gotta repair it. it's not always like repaired for you. And some of the things, one thing you gotta do is when you buy it used, you gotta sort of you gotta check the engine and make sure it works. And you kind of got, you have to clean out. That's the number one thing I do is clean. Mom, hold on. Is clean the inside, just like under the hood. You gotta clean it because sometimes it's all dirty. But if they do it for you, that's nice. That's like most people who sell like your used racing stuff don't even clean out. They just give it to you like, oh, here you go, have it. But that's really you should really thank them that they actually, if they clean out their old racing stuff for you, you should thank them because like that is like they went out of the way like and like probably did it takes like it doesn't take it takes long. It's not like something you can do in like a 30 minutes, like 20 minutes, 10 or 5 minutes, or like an hour. It takes a couple hours. And you gotta do it carefully, especially if you're moving an engine. You gotta get a cherry picker. A cherry picker is like if you watch the car shows, they have that thing that it's like hook. It's what you do is you basically remove the engine with it. But you gotta do it. You can't just take out the engine or rip it out. First of all, you gotta do a lot of stuff. You gotta unhook. First, you gotta do is unhook the radiator. That's the first thing I do. This is like probably simplest. It's easy. You just gotta take off the radiator hose. Don't unhook. Don't remove the radiator. Just like, unhook the radiator hose. But unhook the radiator hose. Then you gotta take out. You have to actually shoot. See the. I wrote how to do this, so I know just the first thing to take out. I yeah take. This is not a tutorial video. This is just I know only how to take out something. Some things I don't know. I'm still learning how to work on stock cars. That's actually one of my career goals. Learn how to work on NASCAR local series stock cars, like and race them. That's what I want to go to college for. This is one class in college called Motorsports Automotives. You can either choose to work on stock cars, um, open wheel cars, stock cars, sports cars, prototype cars. You like the IMSA prototypes. What else? Let's see. That's about it. So, and sports cars, of course. Stock cars, an option. I don't know if dirt track cars were an option. I think that's under stock cars. Because when dirt track cars, think about dirt track cars that always stock. So people don't consider like. So it's really a good debate, a good question. Where if dirt track racing is really stock car. I mean, well, obviously dirt track racing consists of a lot of things, but if like dirt oval racing is really stock car racing too. I mean, it could be. I think it's its own sport. I don't know. It's good quite like dirt oval racing, like dirt late models. It doesn't really have a different story than stock racing does. You know, I mean, there is an article about who created asphalt late model stock, NASCAR late models, which I'm racing now in NASCAR late model, or present day NASCAR late model in the NASCAR Whelen All American Series. They actually haven't updated iRacing to put the NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly on there. This is the 2021 is the first full year. It'll be called NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series, or NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts All American Series. Ain't formula, current pressure, suction pressure. Alright, so basically, the whole point of this video, this happens every video I make. I'm supposed to be a talker, but that's just if it's not idling. There you go. The whole point of this video, if it's idling or not. I can see on the analytics, a lot of people probably only watch for a couple seconds because I talk too long. I'm like, how to work on that when I talk too long. This video is now 20 minutes thing. Alright, well, that's if it's not idling. We're gonna review it one more time. So if it's if it's idling, look for 10 seconds. If it's in the 1000 RPMs and just sitting there for 10 seconds, do it like 15 seconds, maybe 15 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds. If it's still in there, rev a little. If it gives you a clear rev, like the motor doesn't sound like that, like, yeah. But then if it's not idling, so it'd be in the 1000 for like 5 seconds, and then it drops down, then it's in zero, the engine shuts off for no reason, even when the starter is up. Or oh yeah, when the starter's up, run the starter, hit the ignition. That's how you start a natural stock car. So what you're gonna do is run the starter, hit ignition. I actually learned from a YouTube video. That's Motorsports Automotives. Let me next week. It's only stock car dirt track racing. But yeah, this is a tip everybody should know. I'm not revealing any of my secrets. This is my notebook of secrets. I print out that NASCAR Wheel American Series sticker. It's in black and white because the copier, like, if I copied in color, it's not that big. I could have copied in color, but I guess it saves ink. We didn't have much ink. I actually printed out my this year's goals, and I accidentally print out in color, and now it drained the color. I could have did color. It's actually not that big. It's pretty decent size. I'd say for like the size of the series logo, most of the decals on the side of a race car or stock car, natural stock car, it's type race car, stock car, or dirt track car. Most of the decals are on them all the same size. Maybe like one's by a couple, like 1 to 2 inches, maybe bigger, but that's not that big. Mostly a half inch bigger. It's not as like that big. See, maybe I don't know if it's like 2 exactly inches. Sometimes 3 inches out. But yeah, I know. Anyways, I have actually some of the stickers like Jags. The guy at the the Autorama, they give out free stuff. So if you're at the Autorama Detroit, you got some Jags logos. Jags. But yeah, that's that's about it for today. Okay. Okay, so then anyways, so yeah, if it's not idling, if it's idling, okay, so then close the video. If it's not idling, I say after like 5 seconds in the 0 RPMs. Well, it's on the 0, so it means 0 out of 1,000. If it's in between, so people, I don't know if anybody knows this, but if it's in the middle hash mark of 0 and 1, it's 500 RPMs, which when it shuts off by itself, it's on 0. When you start your race car, or you start your stock car, stock car, dirt track car, it'll be, when you start, it goes into the 1000 RPMs autumn, like, like that. But yeah, but if it's not idling, then Well, first, if it's idling, you know, it's easy to tell if it's idling or not. Okay. But if it's not idling, then you should probably get an engine reading. You want to get an engine reading regardless if it's idling or not. First step is to see if it's idling. Then, if it's idling, then get a reading. You should get a really reading on the engine regardless. Well, there's this one when you do this. I don't know. I saw somebody do this before. I don't know, Cassie Gas. I saw a picture, or like in a video. She was had her Apple laptop hooked up to like plugged in and there's cable hooked up to the engine stuff. It's where the idling is where. It's right where, so you know how an engine. Huh. I'm not really sure where it's hooked up to, but I know it's hooked up to the cable. So it's hooked up somewhere by the cable, where you take. So basically, it's where you have the engine. Okay. All right. Well, we didn't want to hear what my mom and sister are talking about. Okay. Anyways, so what it is? Okay, it's hard to describe, but basically, if you have a lawnmower, this is for any engine. You have a lawnmower, race car engine, like stock engine. It's basically when you pull the gas pedal cord, it goes like. Okay, let me put a cord on my hands so maybe you can understand this better. Alright, so. Yeah, I should do the other hand. Okay, so say it's out like this. When you. Shoot. Oh my goodness, this is hard to film. Alright. Alright, we'll just put. Okay, now I found it. Alright, put it here. Alright, so when you have hands up, okay, the clip is up. You know, like that. Okay, gas pedal. See, what happens is the gas pedal is pulling. See this here thing. I'm pushing the gas pedal, and it makes. Basically, it's the accelerator. I don't really know exactly what's called. As I'm still learning, but it's the accelerator. That's what it's the accelerator. Without that, I mean, the accelerator is the gas pedal, but then it's the accelerator cable, I'd say. Without that, that's an important part of a car, actually. But yeah. Anyways, we'll have to do that in another video. I'm talking too much. This video's almost 28 minutes. So anyways, that's the whole tip. If it's not idling. Oh yeah, wait. Yeah. So it's somewhere by that. My whole point was, it's where you put it at, and then yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll have another video and about motorsports on most NASCAR American Series. Next video will be about. Oh, about most important parts of a NASCAR or stock car, of a NASCAR stock car, or of a NASCAR stock car, or a dirt track racing car that you may not think they're important. There's lots of them. You cannot necessarily run. Anyways, okay, this next video. Oh my goodness, I'm almost put next video's content. But yeah, but the little sneak peek is you can't really run a race without one missing part. You need every part on the car. That's why they have. It's because there's a lot of things that can be like done to cheat, and then there's a lot of things that can be done that aren't safe. And just like when you see like they screw up in the pits, okay, put 3 lug nuts on, and then you're missing 2, and they're missing 1. Even if you're missing 1, that's still dangerous. You need all 5 on. I heard in NASCAR Cup Series is 1 lug nut now. If the pit person screws up in that, that's not going to go. So I hate that they had to make it 1 lug nut, but I don't really care if they do it. Do I care? I mean, I love NASCAR and soccer, so I mostly follow the NASCAR Home Track Series, NASCAR Live and Local. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for watching, and that's just a sneak peek for next video.